Hello YouTube, it's me, your favorite Giraffe Factory, here back with some more Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. Episode number 3. Let's jump right back into it. Last time we hunted a couple of little jaggies. We got introduced to barbecuing, and I showed you guys a little bit of the longsword. I know that my explanations of these weapons is not going to be entirely complete. I'm not going to be able to show you all of the combos and things, and I'm sorry if I leave some stuff out like that. It just slips my mind sometimes, you know? But let's get down to business, shall we? Let's change our weapon for the day. I'm going to put on a new weapon for this episode. Sword and Shield looks next. It's called a Hunter's Knife. This one, it's the iron basic Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield's pretty cool. We'll talk about it once we get out into the field. Let's see here. Who wants to talk to us? Not you guys. Probably the farm. We haven't been to the farm yet. To farm! Let's talk to this little Liberian farmer. He's called the head farmer. See how his shack's all busted there? That sucks. These earthquakes are really tearing this town apart. Hey. Alright. I keep on standing right in front of these guys. Sorry. Oh, I hope they do, huh? Just your hunter, just your favorite friend and savior. It's no big deal, I guess. That's right, farms are missing. Lickety split. Dumb cats. Dumb cats went and abandoned them, man. It's not very nice. But Sir Oinks-a-Lot, as he calls him, stayed around. Can hear him oinking in the background. There's no certain kinds of the farm right now because they've all been destroyed by the earthquakes. So it's up to me to gather the resources to improve the place again. He gave me a free mushroom for my trouble. And this is the little piggy he was talking about. Its name by default is Poogie. Hello, Poogie. I would love to. He always asks you questions completely in grunts, and it's the most adorable thing that has ever happened. You get to name him the first time you meet him. Fido, Bomba, Snowball, Rose, Loin. Oh, that's a mean name, Loin. Loki, Spot, Moo, JJ, Sloppy, Romeo, that's a good one. Ivanko, Benny, Chubbs, Oscar, Minamo, Mary, Killer, Ringo, Gomez. I guess I kind of always assumed it was male, but there's no evidence one way or the other. T-Bone, Dr. Ham, he's a doctor now. Cobra, Pink Buns, Jiggly, Vanilla, Hogworth, Bako, Mugwort, Omega, Jam, Sakura, Porkins, Pearl, Moore, Squiggle, Poogie is already his name, Francis, Juliana, Killian, Porky, Mucho, Arthur, Peter, Janet, Fede? I don't know how you say that name. Roly Poly, it's not much of a name, it's more like a thing. Akebono, Florian, or Homer. Homer's a good name. I like the idea of a poetic pig. What do we want to name him? I sometimes pick the name Snowball. I also just really like Poogie. Poogie's cute. Let's change his name right now. Right now his name should be Homer. The poetic pig, Homer. Oh, he loves us. Thank you, Homer. I'm going to show you something very special about Homer. Hey, buddy. What you doing? Yes, I'd love to. Oh, wait, no. I can't do that yet. Alright, well, I'll show you later. Sorry. Alright, let's go talk to everybody. I guess we gotta... Oh, we never talked to the Port Tanzia Neko. It means cat, by the way. Salutations. They call me the tiger of the Far East, Neko. Neko means tiger, sorta. Neko perform important tasks like swabbing the poop of deck. Oops, that was a little quick, sorry guys. Wakaru, it means understand. These foreign traders, they're Wyverian, and they're from the Far East, so they use some Japanese lingo. It's a cute little character device. Ninmu. Juyo, Juyo. Ooh. What? The price of the ticket? Oh, no swindler. Take you for free. Make s'mores. Boat catch fire. Tonikaku. Very private. Like shutting bathroom door on Hunting Universe. The multiport, where you invite your friends to not shut the bathroom door. Huh. Dewa, shall we set sail now? Now. Dewa means well. If you're familiar with contemporary Japanese, it's just ja. Same thing. Okay, so we don't really want to go there right now. Tavern? Oh, we haven't been there yet. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Good stuff, good stuff. What do they want from me? Somebody like want to talk to me somewhere? I don't know what's up. Should I go on a quest? Oh? Oh? She wants to use the camp for quests. But if there's no camp, there can't be no quests. Them's the rules. Can't break them. Okay, so we gotta fix the base camp. Right, right. We gathered resources last time. You get that by killing monsters out in the free hunt field. Oh, I see. We have to go to the villagers' requests. Okay, so we need 30 resources. I thought we got those last time. Oh well. Let's go get them, guys. I'll show you this sword and shield. Maybe they'll talk to us out here too. Nope, nothing. They just want 30 more resources. Greedy. So this is the sword and shield. Quick little intro. Sword and shield. Sword and shield, you don't lose a lot of movement speed, which is really nice. You'll see... what was I saying? If you move around like this, you'll see you're pretty fast. You can run while you're like this, and you can't run while you have weapons out, but you can take out your weapon and you still move this fast. It's not, I don't think it's actually any slower than the normal running speed. You just can't run fast. Instead, the run button becomes the block button. Use your little shield to block right there. So then you can also swing your sword around with one attack button. I just tapped the same button over and over again there, and you do that combo. And you see it pauses kind of at the end. And I was talking about in the other episode how the greatsword can continually attack, whereas weapons like the sword and shield have different benefits, where you can attack really quickly all at once, but then you have to get out of there and start your attack over again in a new little chain of attacks. And what else? So that's that. You can also mix in the other button, the other attack button, here with this weapon, and the combo attack button. The jump in is done by hitting both the attack buttons at once, and that's a really good way to start off a combo. And depending on the time you hit the right attack button, the A, Sorry if this doesn't make sense. I don't know why I'm trying to describe it like this. You can tap the different attack buttons at the right time to perform different kinds of combos. Like right there, I tapped X a few times, and then I tapped A few times, and you do a different combo. It's pretty fun. You get used to it as you play. I'm not going to go into more depth about it because that's really something that is very hard to explain. It's better experienced really than anything else. Different combos are better in different situations, and it's not always good. It's not always a good idea to go for the longer combos. Sometimes you just want to jump in and hit him a couple times and then jump out, you know. You want to, you're going in, you attack him a few times, hit him with a quick little mid-sized combo, jump in, hit him a couple times, jump away while they're doing something that might hurt you, but you see an opening, you jump in, and you can attack and then jump out. Anyway, should probably explain the best benefit to the to the sword and shield is that you can still use items while your sword and shield is out. Other weapons you cannot do this. This is unique to the sword and shield. If you hold the shield button and press the item button, you're able to go ahead and start using the weapon or the item without putting the weapon away. Some items put your weapon away after you've used them, and then others don't. It depends on the item. Like that whetstone I just used, it will put away the weapon when I'm done with it. But other things like a potion, they're not going to break, or they're not going to put away my weapon, and I can just use the weapon on the fly and be ready to block or dodge with my weapon out, and just be generally more prepared. Yeah. So those little bugs I just killed, those are Alteroth. And this is a mushroom gathering spot. Alteroth are just like little buggy guys. They just hang out. They're just more of a nuisance than anything else. They're here for gathering specific items and for really just annoying you while you're on quests. They can be really, really awful. They can hit you and stun you at just the right moment, and it can really mess up your whole plan. This is a honey spot. See this little beehive hanging off this tree? These you gather honey from. And sometimes I guess you get snake bee larvae. I guess that's what the bees are called, snake bees, which is I don't know if that's a real thing, but I hope it's not. And you can only gather from those spots a few times, and then they usually disappear, but they'll come back later. And you gather those items. It's really important to gather stuff like that early in the game, and later on you get access to buying some of those items, and so you don't have to go gathering as much. But as a low-level hunter like us, you have to gather a lot. Like I said, this game rewards patience. You have to go gather everything you're doing. Like, you gather your items, you make your own items. Later, you get waited on, basically hand and foot. But it's really, that's not for a long time. You're not a high-class hunter yet. We're still lowly, little village hunters. Like, we're like country bumpkins to hunters. We're not a real hunter yet. We just kill little monsters. A jaggy hide. We need those to make the hunter armor. I think today we might start making the hunter armor. I like to make that one first. It's a decent upgrade above this. It actually has skills that we can use in a hunt later on. Like like I was saying, that map skill is convenient. Because right now we only have the map because we're in the woods. When you go on real quests, the map is not there. How many resource points do I have? I wasn't paying attention. 23. Okay. Can wait for these guys to respawn. Bye. Barbecue spitting it up.
So tasty.
So if you don't hit that at just the right time, you get a rare steak, or you can also get a burnt steak, and both of those are not as good at refilling your stamina bar. You'll notice I just knocked out this Kelby. These deer guys are called Kelby. You can knock out monsters with KO damage. And KO damage is dealt by blunt parts of weapons. So some weapons don't have them. Like the longsword can't deal KO damage. It instead just deals, it can deal a lot, and it can deal a lot of sharp damage, cutting damage, and it can do it quickly, and it upgrades its damage and all that. While there are some weapons, I'll introduce you later to a weapon that actually deals exclusively, what do you call it? I was just talking about KO damage. It deals KO damage exclusively. Ooh, sharpness intro. So we've been cutting at some guys, and he says our weapons lost a bit of sharpness, huh? Gonna have to do something about that. If it's not sharp, it doesn't do as much damage. So do I got a whetstone? I think I do. So you use a whetstone when it tells you that your weapon power is decreased. See, it's taking me so many more hits to kill these jaggies without a sharper weapon. And you see up there in the top left, my little weapon's got nicks in it, and it glows red now. That's how you know you've got red sharpness. So we whip out our whetstone. He grinds it up there. And then our weapon power increased, and it went to maximum. So now, if you notice, that little sword up there is orange and doesn't have any nicks in it anymore. Sharpness is really important later when you're fighting bigger monsters, because your blade will bounce off of a monster if the part you're attacking is hard enough, and the only way to overcome that is to use a sharp enough weapon. Sometimes KO and cutting damage deal different apparent levels of sharpness, but that's pretty rare. Usually it's things like certain monsters have big solid parts that hammers can hit, that the KO damage can hit without bouncing, but blades of the same sharpness might bounce. And when you bounce, you deal much, much less damage. You deal a fraction of the original damage you would have dealt. So it's really important to have high sharpness. Let's see, we got our resource points. Let's build this camp, shall we? I don't meet the delivery requirements. Why is that? This is why. We already had all the points I needed. I'm the dummy. Oh well. There we go. So we get all these things, and they're mostly commodities. And you use commodities to trade with a man who comes to town every once in a while. Right now we're going to deliver this. So now that we've given him all the resources he needs, he says he'll go fix up that base, and sometimes the villagers will have requests for specific items that they can't get on their own, and we will go get those things, bring them back, and they'll make stuff for us. And then whenever we bring back hunt reports, like we did a minute ago, we'll get resource points and we'll get commodities to trade. Alright, this guy has something to say to us. He got a wee favor for us. If you reckon you're going to hunt in this here village, you'll need my help. And that ain't just me tooting my horn. I've been thinking, let's give that weapon of yours a little old upgrade. Let's see what it's all about. Wipe that smile off your face. I ain't swinging my hammer till you fetch me some basic materials. Alright, so he wants us to go grab some iron. He wants us to bring our own materials. If we bring the materials, he'll make it for us. That's a pretty good deal. Let's see. Gotta Alright, he gave us a free pickaxe. So we're going to go out back into the field. And we're going to go looking for iron ore. Area 4 is a fine place for ore, he says. 4 for ore. Got it. Alright, let's run over to 4 then. I'm going to go through 3, if you look at my map. If I went through 3, it's the quickest way. But as you see, those little squiggly lines in between the big green patches and blue patches, those are the different paths. Each path from a place obviously leads to another place. And you can tell the interconnectedness and where the exits are on a map by looking up there. Pardon my nosiness. You got a pickaxe, right? Yeah, I got a pickaxe. Jeez. Hey, I ain't that thick. Alright, let's go. Ooh. The noises this guy makes are amazing. This cave has an ominous whistle to it. Woo. These little fireflies down here. What's that? Oh, by the way, you can crouch if you hit B. Oh yeah, this is... Check out this little creepy little doorway. I'm gonna crawl through it like a real adventurer. What's back here? Aw, yeah, it's kitties. Hey, buddy. What you doing, friendo? Cats live back here. This is where all the wild cats live out here. They don't typically bother you unless you bother them, especially not when you're in here. The white ones usually will never bother you, but the little black ones are thieves. You see, they've got little thieves' bandanas tied around their face, and they will lunge at you and take items from your inventory. And then you gotta kill them to get them back, or you got a chance to get them back if you find their home and root through their stuff. Right now, we're looking for ore. Reach a spot, you can find the mining icon. So that just pops up and you tap A. Bam! Yep, so there are a bunch down here. And these mining spots show up. They usually look a little bit different. They look kind of like, see the inside part of there? It's like this red stuff. They usually look something like that. Although sometimes they are blue and black and other colors. It depends on what area you're in. Oh, like this. See this? That's a little mining spot. And on this map, it's mostly iron ore, especially right now. This area gets upgraded as we'll progress through the story. This whole map will get upgraded, as you'll notice. Like this number 4 area wasn't on the map before, I don't believe, and now it is. We'll see more areas of the Moga Woods rather quickly compared to the rest of the game. But as this tutorial goes on, we get a lot more of those. Let's kill some of these guys. I want to get their stuff. We need it to make the hunter armor. I'm gonna try to carve them up as they die so I don't lose them. If you don't carve them up, then after a few seconds they will despawn. Their corpse will disappear. Luckily for everybody, the bigger monsters take longer to despawn. But small monsters like these guys are more transient. They will disappear rather quickly, because if they didn't, then their bodies would just pile up and it'd be a real mess. And I can't hit this guy apparently. There we go. And so they make them despawn. So you gotta carve them up pretty quickly if you want the stuff that comes from the little guys. Can I? Oh, I can't. It's grayed out for now. So let's trek our way home. Oh, let's gather some of these. See these little reeds that pop up? Yeah, this weird little sprouty root thing. Whatever that is. Looks like a coconut. They've got various little herbs and stuff in them. Felvine is an herb that the felines love. Herb, just the normal herb, is something that you use. You can use it. I think it shows up. Yeah, it shows up in your inventory. See, it's got little teeth around it too. That's what that little white stuff is around the plant. It means that you can eat it. Any item that has that, like this well-done steak has teeth, it means you consume it when you use it. Literally consume it, and then you ingest the point is it's telling you what items you can eat so that you experiment and figure out what stuff is good and not. Herbs, I already know and can tell you for a fact, are good. They give you a little bit of health back. But you can combine them, and I'll show you combining, I think, next time, because I think we're running pretty low on time. We might be nearing the end of this episode. Oh, blue mushroom at max. Let's go home, and I'll show you where you put away all this junk. See, it said blue mushroom at max. You can only carry so much stuff in your item pouch. And I've got all this stuff. You can hit sort, which I do religiously. And we have 10 mushrooms, and you can only carry 10 at a time on you. But there is a chest back home that we can dump them all in. And we want to gather those because blue mushrooms are something that you use for a really common item that you're going to be using for the rest of the game. Haha. The life of the village is tied to the land around it, and they were right. Collect resources and items. Life in Moga will be all the more enriched. You can even combine materials. Hey, we were just talking about that. Good hunter never stops exploring. It's true. I'm still exploring. Played these games for thousands of hours, and I still learn new things every time I play these games. Let's run on home here. I love the noise that those Kelby make. They're so cute. Woo. To village. Oh, you get free resource points for carrying certain items back when you leave an area, and you get free zenny. Zenny is the currency. You get free zenny when you come back from quests with certain items, and they just get used to make you free resources or free zenny. Let's go to my house. Oh, Chief had something to say to us. Let's go in the house and let's store some items, shall we? Put away, what do we want to put away? We want to put away some honey, herbs, felvine, mushrooms, ores, insect husks, Kelby horns, Alteroth stomachs, jaggy scales, jaggy hides, bird wyvern fangs. That's it. Okay. And then you can also take them out and put them in your pouch. You can sort this menu too, which I love to do every time. I like to do it more than one time in a setting. I'll open up this box and I'll sort it, and then I'll look around, and then I'll sort it again, and it's just, I just do that as a habit. So yeah, not bad. This is where all of our stuff will go. It has 6 pages, which might seem like a lot right now, but believe me, it's not. I've filled up all the pages before. You'll see. You'll see how quickly we start gathering stuff. I said we might work on the hunter's outfit, so let's take a look at least of what we need. Armor craft. Forge the armor. Head. Well, it looks like we don't have enough stuff yet. We need Nacolite ore, iron ore, and carpenter bugs. I don't think we can get those yet, unfortunately. So I guess we're gonna have to hold off on the hunting outfit. That's unfortunate. Let's upgrade this weapon though before we go, because honestly, that's the only reason we went out. What is this nonsense? I thought you said you wanted to upgrade my stuff. What? I was lied to. I've been tricked. What a scam. Hmm? Oh, he tells us we want to check out that brazier next time. So I think we will. Received 500 zenny for free. Hey, little man. Thought you wanted to upgrade my stuff for free. You fool. Oh, hey, here we go. It's best quality. No, it's not. Dang it. Come on. Hey, I'm not an amateur, though. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Well, looks like we're gonna have to cut it off here. It's been a while, so I guess that's it for this episode, everybody. Next time, looks like we'll be maybe starting some weapon upgrading if we can grab the materials. Definitely start seeing more action outside in the woods, I think. But for now, I'll see you all next time.